Hello and welcome to episode 32 of SirSmuggler's Let's Play. I'm just going to continue on where I left you last episode, so I'm going to place down the high-speed tracks here, the transition tracks first. We'll start off with the 4 and we'll try this out and see how it goes. And then the actual high-speed rails. So I'll cut this out. And from this direction we want also these 4 in the other direction, so they will break the carts that come in. Now this is a short, I have a lot more tracks, but I'm gonna try it out on this short stretch first to see that everything is working as intended and we don't have any explosions. And I'm gonna need to reset the signaling system probably, because they lost connection while I was hacking up the rails. So if I just push this on first, let's see what happens. It slows down a lot. Maybe I need to have some more. Well, I'm gonna try it with me in it. That's kind of dangerous in case something blows up, but we'll just try it from the very start down here, so we can really get a realistic test here. And of course, since the signal here is not quite happy with the track status, it's not going to let me pass, so I'm going to have to patch up this system again. I'll be right back. And I'm back, and I have fixed the signaling system, but more than that, I have upgraded to a new version of RailCraft. And there's been a lot of changes actually, so I'm gonna have to do some tweaks on my system here. To begin with, the holding track should be fixed now, so I should be able to get rid of all this extra going around the holding track nonsense on both sides here. So why don't we try that, just for starters. It's an interesting color we got there. So if I just place down, and also the boost rate, the boost you get from the boarding track has been greatly reduced. As you remember, it was quite ridiculous, as you could go almost infinitely far with just one booster, and now well, let's say you cannot. So I'm gonna have to get a few more powered rails and to get this going again. So I'm gonna get myself, because I don't think I have any here, no. I'm gonna get myself a few more powered rails and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my booster tracks. I always forget if they're called booster tracks or powered tracks or whatever, but oh well. So I'm thinking right here we could put one down, might be good. And just gonna get some power to it, like so. And make it look pretty. So maybe that should work now. And the high-speed parts are in place. So if I give it a try now. and high speed, and it really is high speed compared to the old. So yeah, that seems to be working, and let's just try it. Well, let's try it in the other direction. So we ride it all the way. And I've already done a few tweaks in this end. So hopefully everything's gonna work. Yeah, and it's a bit slow here in the beginning. There's a long stretch without boosters, but I think it works pretty well actually. And seems the high speed part works really well as well. I got, I think I'm up to 8 transition rails in each end. And as you see, the holding track is functioning as it should now. So let's just get rid of all this extra stuff that we don't need anymore. Give my crowbar. That's good, because it looked hideous anyway. And the same here, of course. Should also be working properly now. And we want to test, of course, the item cart as well, to see storage cart, whatever, the one back in the tower there, to see if the change to the boarding track has done anything to make that one behave differently. But actually I think the change was just to make the carts with players in them behave the same way as carts with no players, so it should be fine, but of course we should test it. So let's clean up this last pieces here. And of course I cleaned up way too much. We still need the receiver boxes, of course, to power these with the holding track. Oh well. Let's just place them back then. So right there, and we don't need this one. And let's see. Well, actually we should now be able to operate it with the same box if we move this right up here. Like so. No, not the booster, the holding track. Like so. And perhaps not, because that will be right next to the signal and that might confuse it a bit. I'm not sure if this signal is going to react to a cart next to it or if it needs to be in front of it. But I suppose we can easily try that if I just go get the cart and place it. So if I place it here, obviously we should get a red signal, but we don't. If I place it there, then it's red. So it actually needs to be 2 blocks in front of the signal to work. That's a bit odd. Oh well. And I should go sleep, and I'll continue this in the morning. So I cleared up things and returned the receiver boxes, and now we just need to link them up again. No, not that way. So we first pick this one with this signal tuner tool, and you go to that one, and this guy, to this guy, like so. My thought was to have just one signal box and have it in the corner here, and the holding tracks here and here. And since this one didn't trigger on the cart right next to it, I suppose that could have worked, but let's just go with this. It's good enough. So if I now go and put some stuff to be transported, and we'll see how well this works. So I'll be right back. So I got some stuff being transported up to the tower there, and we'll see if this works. Here comes the cart, and it seems to be powered just fine, and it should just pass there and be on its way. And as soon as it reaches the other end and the signal turns green, these guys should turn back on. The holding tracks, that is. Like so. Great! So that part is up and running, and high speed is working fine. So what I want to do next? Well, I want to tweak the other end of this track to have the same collision avoidance system back there. And also, well, let's just start there. There are some other changes in this new version of RailCraft. They've added, or Kart Jaguar has added reinforced tracks. You can grind up obsidian into obsidian dust and use it to make explosive resistant rails. That's the reinforced rails, reinforced tracks. And also the coke oven has been changed a bit, so that creosote oil now is liquid, so that you can pump around in Buildcraft waterproof pipes and tanks and stuff. So I got some work to do to convert that system to this new version. So I'll be back and start with either that or the signaling for the other end of this track. We'll see. So I'll be right back. It turns out my fixes weren't quite complete, because this guy got stuck on his way back, so apparently we need to put in another booster somewhere along this line. Perhaps, yeah, here it goes. very slowly. So maybe right here. We'll try that. Let's just see if I place one of these. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's just drop down and place it from this direction instead. That's better. And let's go. And we need a torch and a booster. Torch, booster, and of course they can't go in corners, so not a good place to have it. Let's do it here then. And move the torch. Like so. That should work better. And hopefully he will make it all the way back. And I'll go check on that in the morning. And I'm back at my rail here, and I want to do one last little thing here before I wrap up this episode. And I want to install yet another little safety measure, let's call it. Because as it is now, it's quite possible for mobs to spawn and just get on the track here and cause an explosive collision, let's say. So I want to put up a... let's see where I want this. I think I want it right here, actually. Yeah. So if I remove this, I replace it with a detector. Like so. And place a gated track on top. How does this look? Well, it doesn't look too good because we need to put up some rails. I wonder... no rails, we need to put up some fences to make it look good. But the point is that we can now send the gate cart on through, but other things are shut out. So I'll go get a few additional fence posts and whatnot and see if I can make this look somewhat good. So I'll be right back. And here is some evidence that that we could actually have that problem I was talking about, because someone has been here and almost on the track. Anyway, I got my fences. Not like that. Okay, I need to place it there first. Like so. And unfortunately fence posts do not want to connect with the RailCraft, what are they called? Nether brick fence. Oh, my mistake. I thought I had brought these wood posts here, but apparently I brought nether brick fences instead. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not entirely happy with the looks of this, but the function is okay, it works as intended. So let's just take a final ride on this one to wrap up this episode. So let's see here. bit slow in the beginning, as I said, but I think it's okay. And we're closing in on the high-speed portion, and we should be let through the gate, like so. And then speed across the desert. And hole in track letting us through, and we're in. So, that works great. I am happy with that. So next I'm gonna work on the signaling part of the other end of this stretch to have the collision avoidance thingy back there. And since you've seen me do that thing here, it's basically the same setup there. So I'll probably do that between now and the next episode, but I'll explain everything when I get back. So thanks for watching everyone, and I hope I see you again. Until next time, bye bye!